Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today I want to do a little video praising this little oscillating tool that I have purchased. This thing has really been incredible for some of the stuff I've been working on here at the house. And I'll do a full review video on this Dremel model MM30, I believe it is there. Okay, Multimax. I'll do that in a different video, but today I'm gonna bring the camera right up here. I'm actually replacing some wood on the corner of this house, and I'm going to get a better view of that in just a moment. And I'm going to take you through the process of fixing this corner. But I just want to give praise first to this tool, because I wouldn't be able to cut out all that stuff as quickly and neatly as I did without having one of these oscillating tools. So let's go up top and take a look. Okay guys, hey, we're up top here, and I want to show you what the problem was with this before. This piece of masonite right here, okay, 3/8 masonite, actually went all the way over here to the fascia board, okay? But the problem was, right down here, I noticed when I was painting this corner before, that right in this area, this wood was really soft, okay? I could actually squeeze it, you know, and it held paint when I painted this end of the house, but I knew when I come back to do the front I was going to end up fixing it. But anyway, so it was rotted out. So what I ended up doing was starting to cut out a section of it, and I decided to bring it all the way. I squared it up, brought it all the way up to here, and I got good masonite right here, so this is where I'm going to put a new piece of wood in here, okay? This 1x2 strip, I brought it back a little bit further and cut it off square, and I'll put a new piece right in here over top of this as well. And our shoe mold, I cut it back up to here, and I'll put a new piece of shoe mold on top of that all the way down. Now, inside here, as you can see, this 2x4 block here does have some rot in it, okay? But I have taken a screwdriver and poked in there, and I do have some good wood past this point where I can get a nail or a screw or what have you. And another thing that I'm going to do to just to ensure that is I'm going to take about a 1x2.5 that I ripped down, and I'm going to run it right underneath the box in here all the way out to here. I'm going to screw it in the end of the fascia board here, and of course I'll be able to nail it and put a couple screws straight up across here, because the edge of my plywood here, as you can see, is a little soft, but you go back about 1 inch or so and it's nice and hard. It's just a little bit of softness right here on the edge, so when I lay that piece over there, it's actually going to cover all that up, and we'll have good wood on the other side of the wood to paint and caulk and everything, and all this will be new. And of course our 2 pieces of trim here will be new. So I don't have anybody here today to film me actually doing this, so I'll just do it like a piece at a time, show you what I do, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's done after we get it all put together and caulked up and ready to paint. We probably won't paint this corner today, but we will at least show it to you with all the new wood in place. So let's get started, guys. Okay guys, we got our first piece here cut. This is the piece I was telling you is going to fit underneath the soffit there. It's a 1x2.5, and it goes all the way over here to the house and all the way out here to the fascia board. Now we just got it wedged in place right now. We're going to get all these pieces cut, and then we'll prime them up and secure them in place. So I'll show you now what we're going to use to fill this with. Guys, here's what we got here to replace the side in place of the masonite. As you can see, the masonite is about 3/8 of an inch thick, and I had a piece of 1x8, but as you can tell, it's not a 1x anymore. I took this down to Dad's house yesterday afternoon, and he planed this down on that awesome planer that he has. I don't know if you saw the video on that. We just recently released it a week or so ago. But anyway, he planed me down a piece of pine here, yellow pine, the correct thickness, and that's what we're going to use to cut the little piece that goes on the side out of. Okay guys, we got our piece of 3/8 1x put in place. We cut it on a 412 pitch because that's the pitch of this roof. and we got it fitting in there nicely. It's kind of just wedged and held in place right now. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and cut our 1x2 strip, and we're going to get it fitting in place as well. And we'll go ahead and get our shoe mold cut as well, and then we will pull all these pieces off and start priming them up. Okay guys, hey, that's all the pieces cut and put in place. Nothing is nailed down yet. We just got it all kind of wedged in place. There's our shoe mold. There's our 1x2 strip going all the way down. We got the little angle cut on the end. So we're going to pull all these pieces off, go ahead and get them primed up, and then we'll get them nailed up, screwed up, ready for paint. Okay guys, we got a coat of primer on all our pieces. We actually brought them inside right here at the kitchen table so we could enjoy a little bit of air conditioning while we did that. We're going to carry this stuff on out and we're going to get it nailed up. Okay guys, we're outside now. We're getting ready to go up top and nail our first piece in place, which is going to be the little angle piece here, the little 3/8 thick piece of yellow pine. We're going to use our finishing nail gun. It shoots a 2-inch 16 gauge finishing nail, and we're just going to pop a couple across the top here underneath where that molding would be, and we'll let the bottom float at this time until we get our other piece here nailed underneath the soffit. With it in place, we're going to go and pop those nails like I was telling you about. All right, that should hold it for right now until we get our other piece underneath. Okay guys, we got our second piece on, our little strip that goes underneath the soffit there. We've got three 3-inch long decking screws holding that straight up into the bottom of that board, and they all pulled down nice and tight. We also drilled on the other end of the fascia board down here and put some smaller screws, like some 1 5/8 screws, through the fascia board into that new piece of wood there. So that's definitely held nice and secure. We're going to go ahead and get our little brad gun, and we're going to put a few brads at the bottom of our triangle piece into our new piece of wood that we put underneath. So let's do that now. Okay guys, we got some nails here at the bottom with our little brad gun, and what we're going to do now, we're going to take this an extra step so I want it to look really nice. I'm going to go get some catalyzed glazing putty that I have, the type of stuff that you use like on doing auto body repair work, and I'm going to lightly skim an area right down through here. I want to do away with this line and make it where you'll never see it. And of course we'll go ahead and fill these bottom nail heads as well. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can just run a bead of caulk down there, but I'm going to take a little extra step and go ahead and spread a little bit out on there, and I'll show you how we sand it down. Okay guys, here's a little bit of our glazing putty and a little bit of hardener. The hardener is the blue stuff. We're going to leave it on a piece of cardboard here until we get it up in the air, and then we'll mix this stuff up until it's mixed well, and then we'll wipe off our surface up there and spread a thin coat of this glazing putty in place. With the filler in place, we're going to let that harden just a little bit. We might walk inside and get a nice cold drink, and then we'll come out here and we'll sand this down, and we'll finish putting up our other 2 pieces of molding and get this thing caulked up. Okay guys, hey, we're up the ladder here. We got our DeWalt sander with a piece of 150 grit on there. We're going to go ahead and sand this thing up right quick and move on to the next step. We got our body work on here, our little glazing putty, and it's feeling pretty smooth here. We've sanded it out with some 150 on our little orbital. We're going to go grab some primer and just roll a quick little coat of primer over all that again before we nail up our last 2 pieces. Okay, with the primer drying now, we're going to go ahead and take our 1x2 strip, and we're going to go ahead and hold it up here in place and nail it down with our finish gun, the one that shoots the 2-inch nail. With our 1x2 strip in place, we'll go ahead and nail our final piece on, and that's our piece of shoe mold, and we'll be using our brad gun for that shoots the 1 1/4 inch nail. Okay guys, hey, that's the final product. We might actually film after we caulk it, but we're definitely not going to paint this corner today. But there you go, all the pieces are back in place, and I think it's going to look great. I don't think anybody's ever really going to notice that this corner has been worked on. And one extra little thing I was going to tell you, right here on this piece of wood here, there was a big chip out of it, okay, on the corner, and I noticed that. So what I did with my new piece is I took my sander before I primed it the first time, and I actually sanded away this little edge so you wouldn't even tell. So this is nice and flush here on the corner, okay? Just a little added touch to kind of make it look like the original stuff. All right, guys, let me get this thing caulked up and we'll show you what it looks like one last time. Okay, guys, real quick before we go check those final results after I caulk everything up. A couple things I want to mention. We are on Facebook, so if you'd like to join our page, there will be a link down below. Also, we're on Patreon as well, and for as little as $1 a month, you can join and become a patron on Patreon. And on June 1st, 2018, we will be having a drawing for this DeWalt 34-piece tool set, okay? That will be given away on June 1st. Now also, this little project that I'm just done here would not probably be possible without this little oscillating tool. Guys, I went many years without having one of these, and now this thing is like my favorite thing. Since I'm working on this house and I'm having so much wood I have to cut out. There's no other saw that you could actually do the kind of stuff that I just showed you on this thing. You couldn't hold a circular saw up there. You couldn't get a Sawzall up there. You couldn't get a jigsaw. Maybe a little Ziz wheel, you know, maybe with a little cutting thing on it, but that would just be burning through the wood. This thing works great. It comes with different attachments. The attachment that's on it right now is the wood cutting attachment, and this is the one that I've kept on it for most of what I have to do here. There's other attachments as well. It comes in a little bag. There's one for drywall, okay? I haven't used that one yet. There's one to make it into a little detail sander. And it comes with some sandpaper. And guys, I'm gonna find a link for one of these tools in case you want to purchase one yourself. I mean, this thing has been great, and if it broke today, I'd go buy another one tomorrow. I mean, that's just, I mean, I gotta have it now. It's one of those, I gotta have tools now. All right, guys, let's go check out the final results, and we'll see you then. All right, friends, hey, we're done here. We've got everything caulked up, and it's ready to paint. We're actually not gonna paint it today. We've got another section we're gonna start on. But when we get around here, we'll get the color put on it. I wanna thank you for watching the video today, guys. Hopefully you found this helpful. Don't forget about that oscillating tool. It made life a lot easier, okay? So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links below, and we'll see you next time. Take care.